Hello guys, it's your boy Talk with Sam. Manchester United sack Eric Ten Hag. This move should have been done a long time ago. I've been expecting to see the removal of Eric Ten Hag from Manchester United because with Eric Ten Hag in the side, it's been a downward hill. The only issue I've got with this sacking is that Manchester United have just sacked Eric Ten Hag without having a replacement for him. And leaving Van Nistelrooy as an interim manager is questionable because Van Nistelrooy does not have the capacity and the experience to handle the pressures of Manchester United. Manchester United needs a capable hand with lots of experience to be able to handle the pressures of Manchester United because Van Nistelrooy is still a baby and I don't think he can handle and improve the club. And this shows that Eric Ten Hag is not just the problem. The board as well has got a lot of problem. The medics, everything in Manchester United is not just right. They need to fix these things. Cristiano Ronaldo has said it before in his interview about how the interim, bosses, things that are happening in the inner side is bad. And now we can all see that it's not just about Eric Ten Hag because the Manchester United board should have made an agreement with a coach, an experienced coach, to handle the team immediately they sack Eric Ten Hag. But nevertheless, hopefully, we can see Ruben Van Nistelrooy improve the side. Eric Ten Hag is not just a good coach, he is also a bad manager. In terms of his management, Manchester United lost their style of play. They lost their pattern. They had no pattern. And this goes down to even the use of the money that Manchester United has provided for signings, which is very much questionable. Because the signings that Eric Ten Hag has made, there is no one player of Eric Ten Hag that can be said that he's very good or he's been excellent. Eric Ten Hag, with all the funds that have been released to him, have signed average players and players that are below average. And that has brought an end to Eric Ten Hag because his signings cannot deliver. And when we're talking about the signings, we're talking about 5 players that I feel like they are the worst of them all. Number 1 is Anthony. Anthony is a player who was dynamic in Ajax. And the problem is Eric Ten Hag was trying to bring the Ajax team into Manchester United. And he forgot that this is the Premier League, the most difficult league in the world of football. And Anthony was signed for 81.3 million from Ajax. And since his move to Manchester United, he has been below par. And it's not just his on-field event, his off-field event as well has attributed to his lack of form. He had an issue, a rape issue, and all of that also contributed to Anthony's vanish. Because this is not the Anthony that was signed to Manchester United. Second player is Casemiro. Look, this is an expensive flop, honestly. And I don't just put the blame on Casemiro. I also put the blame on Eric Ten Hag because Eric Ten Hag seemed clueless of what he wants to do in Manchester United without a style of play. This is a defensive midfielder that won 5 Champions League with Real Madrid. And when he came into this Manchester United side, Eric Ten Hag said that he described Casemiro as a cement between the stones. Unfortunately, the cement was no longer there. Even the stones we did not see. We just saw chaff. And it boils down to Eric Ten Hag's management and his style of play course. He did not have any. Thirdly is Mason Mount. Look, Mason Mount, when signed to Manchester United with 55 million pounds, it was seen as a bargain. But injuries have plagued Mason Mount's career and has limited him to 13 appearances, to just 17 appearances. And that is how bad it is. That's how poor it is. And let's not forget that Mason Mount is signed to a 5-year contract to Manchester United. That is Massive, baby. Yes, it's so bad. It's so bad. The fourth person is Wayne Van Hoos, the Netherlands player. Look, I am certain that Eric Ten Hag is so confused. When Van Hoos performed at the World Cup, and because of that, Eric Ten Hag had to go get him. Did it make sense? No. Very surprising. Another player is Joshua Zexi. Look, Joshua Zexi was signed from Bologna for 36.5 million, which is quite questionable. Okay? He is good, but is he good enough for Manchester United? No. This guy cannot even start for a club like Aston Villa. You can imagine how this speaks volume of the poor management and the poor recruitment system, because they are signing average players and players that are below average. Okay, so this goes a long way to the sacking of Eric Ten Hag, because he is the cause of his own, problems. And in 2022-2023 season, in 61 games for Manchester United, Eric Ten Hag won 41 games, 9 draws, and 12 losses. That gave him a PPG of 2.13, okay, points per game. In 2023-2024 season, in 52 games, Manchester United won 25, 8 draws, and 19 losses. That is a PPG of 1.60. You can see how Manchester United kept on going from bad to worse. And this season, 2024-2025 season, in 13 games, United have won 4 times, 4 wins, 5 draws, and 4 losses. And these wins, 3 are in the Premier League, 1 is in the League Cup, and 3 games in Europa League, 3 draws, with no wins in the Carling Cup. And Eric Ten Hag came out to say that Manchester United are difficult to beat because they did not, Fenerbahce didn't beat them, and they had a draw with FC Porto as well. That is to tell you, this shows how, low-minded and clueless Eric Ten Hag is. And at the moment, it's nobody's fault because Eric Ten Hag is the cause of his own problems. And if you check the players that have departed, people like Fred has never had a replacement since his move to Fenerbahce. And I can remember vividly that Fred brought out the best out of Casemiro. That Brazilian partnership, it was awesome to see. They played the best football. McTominay was sold to Napoli. Look at how good McTominay is. And instead, Manchester United opted for Ugarte. And honestly, Ugarte is not even up to that level. He's not good enough. Okay? Manchester United have been making panic buys, which is quite questionable. If you look at it from every angle, all their signings, it's quite questionable. All their signings. The only people that have been signed and makes sense is Lautaro Martinez. The rest of them, a lot of them don't make sense at all. So the question is, who can fill in that gap? Who can come to Manchester United and control the team and turn this team around? We have Zinedine Zidane, who has been linked with Manchester United severally, and in 183 games, Zidane won 124 wins, 38 draws, and 21 losses. That is a win percentage of 67.8%. Zinedine Zidane is an experienced and a good coach. And United, currently, as I speak, are heavily linked with Ruben Amorim, the coach to Sporting CP. This guy has turned Sporting CP around in the Primeira Liga of Portugal. And right now, Sporting CP cannot stop scoring. They cannot stop winning. They are on a good trajectory. And it boils down to Ruben Amorim. He is such a good manager. In 244 games, Ruben Amorim has won 174. He has drawn 34 and lost 36. He has the highest win percentage of 71.3%. Manchester United, go and get the right man. Thomas Frank as well, the manager of Brentford, has got a lot of experience in the EPL. And if you follow him, you will know that he took Brentford from the Championship to the Premier League. And in 334 league games, he's won 144 wins, 87 draws, and 107 losses. He has a win percentage of 42.2%. The win percentage doesn't sit so well, but trust me, Frank is very, very experienced in the EPL. Okay? Xavi Hernandez is another name that has been mentioned once or twice, that has been linked to Manchester United. And in 102 games, he has 71 wins, 16 draws, and 15 losses. That is a win percentage of 69.6%. There are other names that have been linked as well, like Massimiliano Allegri, Graham Potter, Roberto Mancini. These are people that have got a wealth of experience. And Manchester United should move fast because these coaches can be snapped up at any time. You can see that while Manchester United delayed, Thomas Tuchel was taking. So United needs to act fast because I don't think that Ruben can handle this team. Come on, guys. I wish Manchester United the very best going forward. It's your boy, Talk with Sam, that brings to you exclusive news, analysis, previews, reviews, statistics of individuals, tournament, and event. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.